I'm with Shadab Jagati, Goa's spinning all-rounder who has been on the Goan scene for a long time playing cricket, and one of the Goans who has been on the IPL scene for all the 7 years that it has taken place. Welcome Shadab. It's a small welcome for you actually. We are in your house.
Pleasure.
Just wanted to start on that you started playing cricket at a very young age, I believe, and somebody was coming from very hard-working attitude to start and determination to play. How did it all start? You are from Moscow, right?
Yes, I'm from Moscow.
Yeah. So you started playing cricket for which team, and how it moved on for you?
It all started from cousin brother.
Okay.
He used to play a lot of tennis ball when
tennis
I was in school. So I used to go with him, watch those floodlights, tennis ball, cricket tournament. That's how I got.
What was your age like that time?
That time I was about 12 years, 12, 13 years.
12 years.
Yeah, 12, 13 years. Then again I started playing in school where we started playing those matches, President's Cup, the Dalganga Trophy.
Okay,
and,
okay.
1 year we won all the tournaments.
Which school you were playing for?
Anjuman.
Okay.
So that's how everything.
Nowadays I'm not hearing much of the Anjuman school. Maybe that was the only couple of years when Saddam was playing, Anjuman was playing.
You can say that because
Yeah.
those 2 years we really had a very good
Right.
group of players. There was my classmates Vijay, Ghanshyam, myself. So we were all very upcoming good young cricketers from Moscow. So we had a very good team. That's why. So we ended up winning all the tournaments.
So you looks like you are around the corner for Ramadan and you're preparing yourself for Umrah, the year across.
Yeah, just for a change. Thought do something different. I'm looking forward for this Ramadan.
Great.
Planning for a Umrah trip with my family.
Okay.
So very excited, and it's a big thing for us.
Great. I understand that in your religion. Coming back to your cricket again, you started off playing for school, and how did you end up playing for Goa under 19 first?
Just casually, my coach that time was Mr. Nitin Vernecker.
Okay.
And when we were practicing at the MPT ground, just read in the papers there were selections for the under 16 Goa team.
Goa team. That was under 16.
Under
That was the
16.
first. Okay.
And sir told me and a couple of guys to go and just give a shot. And we just remember catching the bus from Moscow to go to the bus stand. And
Selection was where?
Selection was in Panjim.
Panjim.
At Kampal.
Kampal.
Those had to change 3-4
Three, four buses.
Kit bags and
Yeah.
all. Yeah, I love that time. I
Yeah.
still remember.
And you got selected the first time you went?
Yes. We got
Who were the other left-arm spinners at that particular time who could have made it? He was there with you competing. You remember them, or they did play any cricket before afterwards?
There were quite a few guys, from other place, but honestly, I don't remember.
Right. So you were the one who clicked on and you went on to play cricket. You played under 16 Goa. Who was the captain that time? Do you remember?
Under 16, Harris Raza, one guy was there.
Must be from your school only.
He was from Panjim.
Okay.
So
Okay.
he was there. So my batch, we were, Gaurish Farte.
Okay.
Then Harshanand.
So you come across as one of the senior most cricketers existing in the Goan lineup as of till date, along with Sagun Kamat, I believe.
Yes.
Or Sagun might be a couple of years senior to you, or you are a couple of
No,
years.
I am a couple of years
Senior to Sagun, okay.
was junior to me.
Okay, but that is the time Sagun made a debut before you in the Ranji Trophy.
No, I
You made
already
it.
made a.
So how many games you have played for Ranji Trophy? I'll come back again to your under 16 and more, but just a question: how many Ranji Trophy games you have had?
I have played 68 games.
You are the most player who has played the most of most caps. Who is the second one? Swapnil
Yeah.
or Sagun? It's 50 games or something. What?
No, I think it's
Swapnil. Okay. So you have got 68 games Ranji Trophy
Got,
games. So most experienced. I'm with the most experienced first class cricketer of Goa. Coming back to your under 16, how many years you played under 16?
I played 2 years.
2 years you
2
played
years for
under
Goa.
Okay.
And fortunately, my first game for Goa under 16, I got 150 runs on debut.
Okay.
And got 5 wickets. And total 9.
For the under 16, so you went as a batsman, bowler, or bowling?
I was a batsman who could
Okay.
bowl first.
Okay, great.
So yes, I was a batsman.
So you got on Goa under 16 debut, you got 100. So that must be noted down, because those tracks, I don't know. Everybody notes down the Ranji Trophy debuts, but this is a junior under 16 debut where he has got 100 on his 116.
150.
150 and then you got 5 wickets as well. So it must be a remarkable performance. You walked in straight in the under 19 side the next year?
Yeah, I walked in.
Okay.
Straight
It ought to happen that way.
Yeah.
So whom you replaced in the under 19? Do you remember any left arm spinner was making mark in the, or it goes with the age, the
No, I
perspective?
think during my time I was the only
Left arm spinner.
left arm spinner from Goa.
Yeah.
And luckily I had my performances behind me.
Yeah, I understand. You played 2 years of under 16 and then you went on to play
3 years of
under 19. You led the side at that?
Yes, I led the side a couple of times, and during my under 19 teams I represented under 22, under 25,
Also the junior team.
under 25. And then when I was playing under 19, I made Ranji Trophy debut in 98, 99.
98.
That was my last year in under 19.
You got to play straight away in the Goan side in the Ranji Trophy. Against whom was your debut? Did you have to sit couple of understudy matches and then you had to play?
No, I think the first year only, my first game against Karnataka, I made it.
So you were like a choiceful player taken from the grooves of the junior cricket and they made you play right the first game. Because normally it happens that the junior guy comes and he sits for a couple of games, watches some senior perform a failure and you were taken just from there and you made play there. How was your debut?
Debut was good, obviously Karnataka, players like J. Arun Kumar, Vijay.
That was the old system where we were playing the South Zone. So you were a part of that also?
I was a part of
Great,
that
great,
also.
great.
So it was a big game for me,
Yeah.
playing. I remember before coming to that Ranji Trophy match, I had a very good match, under 22 game against Hyderabad, where I got 9 wickets in an innings. So based on that performance, I got selected into the Ranji Trophy.
Okay.
And unfortunately we lost that game, but I remember I picked 2 wickets in that game.
Who was your first wicket?
J. Arun Kumar.
Oh, that is a great batsman.
Yeah.
One of the top first class batsmen India has.
In fact, I
At
played for Goa as well.
He played for Goa. It was part of us. We played together in 2008 and 2007. Coming back to your Ranji Trophy debut and you moved on to play cricket. Just coming back, you have one of the cricketers, not one of the cricketers, you are the cricketer who has achieved the most things along with Swapnil Asnodkar in the Goan cricket. If I ask you a question, to ask you back, how do you reframe your Ranji Trophy schedule, reframe your cricket, you have achieved this today, you have reached somewhere and there is a little bit more to achieve also, but you have achieved a vast field. If I ask you a question then, would you reframe your career again altogether? Are there any changes you would like to make?
Honestly, I'm very fortunate and feel very proud for what I have done and I have achieved. Also, at the same time, I'm very grateful to my parents, which they allowed me to pursue what I wanted. They never told me or never said anything that don't play cricket. They always backed me. They always wanted me. They allowed me to do what I wanted to. So I'm very thankful for them. And also, very thankful to my coaches. At the time when I was playing from school level to my physical education sir, to the coaches, they all have played a big part in my career so far. Whatever my ex-Ranji players, the players which I have played, without their help, I don't think I would have achieved this. But I'm very happy. Whatever I have achieved, I don't have any regrets.
No regrets, no reframings.
No regrets.
You are happy the way it has gone.
Yes.
If you want to start up again, you don't want some changes to happen. You don't mind having the same moments all over again and you reach the same place.
Maybe I can say some breaks if I could have got it at my right time.
Yeah.
Maybe I would have played.
I'm not talking to you in a way where what you have to get in. I'm talking about a way for you, what you put in, change yourself. Like, not the breaks point of view. I'm talking like what you would like to change yourself. I would have done something like this. Could I have done something like that?
No.
You're happy with what
I'm
you're
very happy that
Exactly.
I started playing cricket. Then I became a left-arm spinner.
Exactly.
My main job was I started as a batsman who could bowl, but then later on, my main thing was bowling.
Now you got my point, what I'm trying to tell you. I wanted to ask you, like, would it be like you would have thought I started at 16, should I have started at 12? Would it be like that? You're happy with what has gone?
Yes, I'm very. And also, I'm a very firm believer in destiny.
Okay.
Whatever has to happen has to happen. So, I have no regrets. I feel very proud of what I have achieved. And, at the same time, God's been very kind to me. And without His blessings, I wouldn't have been where I am today. So, yes, I'm happy for whatever.
Coming back to your Ranji Trophy, you are a 19-year-old boy playing for Goa at that particular time and you're bowling to the the person who has been playing around 20 years of cricket in the 20 or 18 years of cricket at that particular time in the Ranji Trophy. So, and you get him out. What was your feeling at that particular moment? Has it all started that Shadab Jakati came into existence?
It was a big moment for me, to get my first Ranji Trophy wicket, the two of J. Arun Kumar, who's been into Indian cricket, first class
for a long time. Along with Amol Mazumdar, all of those guys. Yeah.
So yes, it was a big wicket. It was a kind of confidence boost for me, and the fact that I was playing Ranji Trophy at the early age. So sometimes, yeah, it was like a dream for me to come through, and I was very happy about it.
Nothing looked back. Hardworking Shadab Jakati went on playing from under 19. Never dropped a particular first stage. You were always regular in the Ranji Trophy squads for Goa. Anything there, ups and downs. You played how many games in a squad? How many?
Ranji Trophy, I have missed a few matches because of injuries. I have been one time I have been dropped.
Okay.
But that's part and parcel of your career. Those things make you more stronger.
So you made a debut in
1998.
That's 2008, and then we have around 6 more years. So about 16 years of first class span, and you have played around 68 games. I think.
Yeah.
68 games in about 16 years. That's exceptionally good, because you're almost averaging around 4 to 3 games a year.
Before we used to get only 4 games, 5 games.
Yeah, now you're getting more.
Now since we are in the plate league, there's been 2 groups now. So we're getting 8 games in a season. So that's been happening for the last 2 seasons. So that's quite.
We all know that you are an IPL hero. We saw from a Goan point of view, Swapnil Askarkar, Shadab Jakati, only 2 heroes who've been doing well in the IPL. Reaching the IPL was an ultimatum at one particular point. After under 19 Ranji Trophy for Goa, did you get into India under 19 notices?
I was in the camps and all, but I could not
make it to the squad. Then who were the left-arm spinners, noticeable left-arm spinners in the Indian zone at particular time when you were at the boom at the age of 19 to 20?
There were quite a few, during my under 19 times. There was Vidyut Sivaramakrishnan from Chennai. Then there was a couple of guys, Murli Karthik.
So Murli Karthik was doing well for and he went on to play for Railways after.
Yeah, he went on to play for Railways. And then once I started playing Ranji Trophy and all, then I had the competitions from Pragyan Ojha and now there's Jadeja coming.
Yeah. So you, in your own zone, you had Vidyut playing for the Duleep Trophy, and I think who else was the left arm? Pragyan Ojha also coming from the Hyderabad side, so you always had a keen contest when India left arm spinner in your own zone. But you still happened to make it in the Duleep Trophy, I believe.
Yes.
You played the Duleep and Deodhar Trophy.
Yes, I played it for a couple of years.
And I remember, if I really remember it, that you have got wicket of Wasim Jafar also.
Yes, sir.
Or 98 or something like that.
No, I've got Wasim out in the finals of the Duleep Trophy.
Duleep Trophy, exactly, yeah. And that was something, he was a 98 or below. I think so. If you are not sure, I might be sure.
He was batting on
towards the 100s. Having Wasim Jafar's wicket is like on the first class scene at any level. It's like the prize wicket for you. Coming, you played Duleep Trophy. How many games of Duleep Trophy you have?
I played 3 games.
3 Duleep Trophy games, and then you have played many other trophies games. Did you take a step ahead? Did you get into the India Green or India Blue in the Salve Cup? Did you move to that?
I got selected for the challenge.
So you also played a lot of goals making mark there, yeah.
So 2009 when I played my first IPL season, after coming back from South Africa, I got selected into the Challengers Trophy, India Green team. Where there were only 3 teams, India Green, Red and Blue, so we got only 2 games. Fortunately I played both the games, did well, got a couple of wickets in both the games. So yes.
Now you have also got in the Salve Trophy.
Yes.
Shadab, you Ranji Trophy, Duleep Trophy, you have been knocking Salve Trophy, you almost knocked the Indian side. If you had the consistency to move, and still you can do a lot of things, as miracles can happen anytime. Just wanted to check, you got into the IPL side. How did it all start? Ranji, when was it? Like, you got in, you're playing 7 years IPL, every year you have been playing for Chennai Super Kings, I believe. And only the last year, the current season, you have changed your franchise and you got into RCB side. 6 years of Chennai Super Kings. How did it all start? How did you get into the squad of the IPL team? How did it happen?
When the IPL, then the league had started, like it all came in the papers. They were looking for players. The teams were getting into it. So luckily, we had one day in Chennai in 2008.
Okay.
Yeah, the Ranji Trophy, Subai Pillai Trophy was in Chennai. And that time, it was during that time that the franchises were looking for the players. And fortunately, I played 2 games on the India Cements ground in Chennai, where against Andhra, I got 50 of 23 balls, got 2 wickets, and again I got 70 of some 35 balls, got 3 wickets. And fortunately, the management of the Chennai Super Kings, since it's their home ground, India Cements, so
They were on the ground watching.
They were on the ground, and my talks were going
Spotting
on.
the talent.
Yeah. And fortunately, those 2 knocks and performances came at the right time, and obviously they were looking for a left-arm spinner all-rounder. So after those 2 games, I just got an offer from there and just signed the contract. And just
You got into the IPL, just got into the contract, you started. I think you owe a lot of things for your playing cricket in Madras also, I believe. Because you were playing in Goa, you played a lot of cricket in Madras, you played in the Chennai League, which is supposed to be one of the best for the one-dayers especially, a top league, I believe. So that also must have helped you in your success of not only IPL, in your cricketing success.
definitely, when I started playing cricket outside Goa, I played in Bangalore for 5 years. I played the leagues there.
How would you plan yourself? Because Goa also had leagues, you will be travelling up and down.
Yes, I was traveling.
So you had you had already started thinking about your cricket very seriously at very young age. You had planned it like somebody's playing in Bombay, like that you planned to move towards Bangalore and Madras and Goa. You were keeping yourself very busy.
No, that was my one of the best moves of my career when I started playing outside Goa, because it made me more mature, and could feel the differences in
Bowling to the quality batsman, the temperamental level, the pressure levels,
everything.
And you have played a lot of cricket. After that, you played in Bangalore. The best scenes to make it happen. Then you go to Chennai, quietly competitive with the Bangalore, because a totally different style of cricket, totally different style of thinking of the people, I believe. The attitudinal approach is totally different. And then you have your Goa. Also, you falling back to Goa. You played Ranji Trophy for Goa. You never tried playing here and there. You also played a lot of cricket in England.
Yes.
And that's, of course, again getting into the professional, so getting into the IPL scene is all what the people see. That Shadab Jagati has played IPL and Shadab Jagati is playing IPL. We have to understand his total base, how he has moved. It's not just playing for Goa all the time you get into IPL. You have to really work hard. You plan yourself, you plan every move of yours. You have played in England. I think that particular thing, how much professional pressure you have to perform every game in England. Please express yourself on that.
Being playing as a professional, it's always there's a pressure, because when they look at you as their team's professional, they expect you to perform every game, and it's a very good thing from your side, because your game very well that time, and when you get that mentally, into your head that yes, I am the professional, I have to play well for them. I have to score runs, I have to get wickets. That's how you get the professional approach in your game. And fortunately, when I started playing in England, the conditions were different. It was different conditions compared to India. It was like very windy.
Very chilly. Grip the ball was difficult.
It was difficult for the spinners to grip the ball. And then the wickets were different. Used to be wet wickets, grassy wickets. So it was totally different conditions to play in England. And once you start playing outside, you become a better person. You come to know more about your life. You learn so many things.
Staying away from family, eating a food which you don't want to digest.
You don't like. Sometimes you have to eat it. But this is all part and parcel of growing up.
Did you search some chilies to buy in England when you were eating this burgers all the time?
I used to make curry. Make food for myself.
You learned cooking when you were
I was staying with my club's secretary,
Okay.
so yeah, I made her chicken curry in our and when she tasted it, she drank a whole bottle of wine. Because
okay, wow,
for them
it's spicy.
For them it's spicy, So yeah, these are...
Friends, we see cricket all over, and we appreciate a lot of cricketers all around India. It happens, and then we miss out a lot of Goan cricketers whom we don't even know. I have covered Saurabh Andekar, whom I came to know was another player who has played in a lot of countries. I thought I was the only one who had covered around 10 countries, but he was also another person who played in Pakistan. Then I had Sagun Kamath, who was doing exceptionally well, very hard-working cricketer. I never knew Shadab has this. We have almost legends of cricket happening in Goa. We have achieved so much at this particular age, at this juncture. They have played maximum, and still to get an India cap, working hard with the same determination, having the same attitude. It's a real pleasure being with you. You know, being with you on the field was totally different. We were competing, we were this, but being with you at this particular journey, taking a chat on you, and you are expressing so well, playing in Bangalore, playing in Tamil Nadu, playing in England, and you are the IPL star of Goa. And now we know, I also get to know that what is Shadab Jakati, how it just concrete, the fundamentals, the foundations have been. You are coming to IPL, you expressed us. And how, explain some dressing room scenarios in IPL, how it moves on to you and what happens in
IPL, is one of the best things that has happened to Indian cricket. To be very honest, players like us, it's such a huge country. It's more than 1 million people, and hardly, there's 15-20 players, representing India. But this is one platform, where players like us, have an opportunity to showcase our talent, to play against world-class players. Share the dressing rooms, share the experiences, learn so many things about them. So it was indeed a brilliant experience, and I thank God that I've been playing consistently for since it started. So I've been part of all these 7 editions of IPL, and I played for Chennai Super Kings, who were one of the top sides, consistent top sides for the last 6 years, and also happy that I got into the RCB team this year. Being with Chennai. Since I was there with them for 6 years, so there is a lot of attachment with the team. But I have enjoyed my first year with RCB this year. It's a great group of bunch, great players, great dressing room atmosphere. Virat Kohli is a great guy, and all the players. Even though we had a disappointing season, but the management, the coaching staff, everything, they were absolutely fantastic with us. And hopefully, next year will come strong.
IPL की बात करते हैं तो when we talk about IPL, I remember the 2008 days when what is this Hasi factor? Always they used to bog around you, the Hasi, Shadab. What are the Hasi factor? Can you just tell me something about it?
Hasi, he was my best mate in the team. And
Michael
Hasi, and we were gelling really well.
Yeah.
And it was just the fact that we were so close, and we used to gel, party together, practice hard, and in fact I'm very proud and very obliged that player like Hasi, whose statistics himself speak so much about more than being such a great cricketer.
Mr. Perfect.
He's such a great human being, and.
Guided you a lot of, I believe he used to guide you a lot of tips, and then the Hasi factor would be like, you would tell us while playing, yeah, do this, then we will all ask you, this is Hasi ne bataya kya? We used to always ask you.
Yeah, some guys in the team just
notorious,
pull my legs, being notorious. But it was indeed a great pleasure to be with him, sharing the dressing room. Speak so much about cricket. That one person, I'll tell you, Michael Hasi can speak cricket 24/7. If you keep Michael Hasi and Muthay Muralitharan together, they can talk about cricket
all time.
And I remember when we were traveling from Chennai to Kolkata for one of the IPL games, both were sitting, in the same row, and I was in the window seat. And the flight was about 3.5 hours, and they chatted 3.5 hours.
And you were just hearing it.
Yeah, and I was just listening, and I wanted to sleep. They didn't allow me to sleep, and they were just talking about cricket and all those. Since the time the cricket started, all the records. One record was, there was a competition going on where Muralitharan was asking him about the record, and Hasi was answering him, and Hasi was asking Muralitharan.
So they know the history of the game so well.
Absolutely.
I think we should also have such kind of things in India, not only Goa I'm talking about, where not just a cricket academy, but we should have a kind of a cricket college where every cricketer should know what is the history of cricket. That will surely help them grow better in a way. So this is a Hasi factor where you have people, the Aussies especially, where Shane Warne with Rajasthan Royals for Swapnil and Hasi for Shadab Jakati. These Aussie cricketers have really created an impact on the Goans, I can say. And the Goans have created an impact on their first class levels, because the way you played IPL, the way you would carry yourself on the field, Ranji Trophy, you had, along with the other boys, they had a lot of impression that they also had a star with them. And when they would go and play some state outside, some cricketer who's played IPL from, we also have Shadab Jakati playing for us, so it always carries a weight. When Goa started getting a weight also along with you people's performances, coming back, the IPL scene, the first year you're on the squad and the major your performances have been in the second IPL. And it all started with the crucial 3-wicket haul, I believe. I watched 4-wicket haul. I was in Dubai watching that match, and that day I told Shadab is going to perform this. And it was Tilak Rasmussen Dishan's wicket. You had him LBW. Bold. You had him bold, I believe. And then, what was that? That was the creation of Shadab Jakati, or I cannot say the creation of Shadab Jakati. I could say that was the existence of Shadab Jakati coming to acknowledge to everybody that Shadab Jakati is existing in the IPL. So how it was like,
I was very disappointed when I didn't get a chance to play in the first IPL. But then I was working hard on my game, and that year in 2009 the IPL moved to South Africa, and I didn't get a chance for the first few games. But I was doing very well in the nets. I was working very hard, and we had lost 5 games in a row. So that before that game, Dhoni told me that I'm playing the next match against Delhi Daredevils. And fortunately, that game I got 4 wickets. Man of the match, it all started. And sometimes I still think about that. I still get goosebumps. Getting wicket of Dilshan
at that particular pressure time.
It was very morale boosting for me. And to get a wicket like the ball which I bowled to Dilshan, you could say that it is one of my best ball of my career.
It was arm ball.
It just drifted in and turned away and took his off stump. But yes, definitely that is one of my best deliveries I've bowled in.
I have noticed that you have always done better in the more tougher situations. Something which I always looked on to you, like even playing Ranji Trophy together when I was with you. I always noticed when a crucial game or when a crucial time, you would come up with that spell of 3-4 wickets and do it well. Where it was a little bit easy, you just lays out myself. Of course, you worked on that and you're doing better. Do you remember the little bit tougher times you had the first game in the 2008 in the Kerala match, and I was there, I was not playing that game. I think I passed on some water to you and I told you, now you start getting wickets. I think a lot of things changed after that, and when I was in Dubai and you were playing, that was the IPL you were playing that particular season, and then I told Shadab is going to perform. It was in South Africa, I believe.
Yes.
Shadab, because very good spinners do well why I thought that way. I'm trying to put a belief in what your existence. Many good spinners do well on a turning track, but there are few spinners who do well on any bouncy wickets or a wicket where it doesn't help the turners. So I expected that you would do better than any one of the best Indian spinners that particular day, because you have that ability in you where you can do better on a non-turning track. And I think that was not a great turner. I think you were playing at
Wanderers,
Johannesburg. It's not a turner at all. And it's a very fast track. Our outfield is very fast, and you did well. It was a belief which I had, and it was exceptional. I don't think so. You got a man of the match for that. You got the man of the match. I was only when I left watching the match. Who got a man of the match? It was Shadab Jakati. I think that match Shukla also had done well for the Delhi. He had bowled exceptionally well that tidy spell.
We had a very low score, like we had to defend some 145.
I know that. It was a good game. You had extraordinary game where you got 4 wickets. Not only Tilak Rasmussen Dilshan, you had to have another good batsman who was batting. David Warner's wicket. Dinesh Karthik. Of course, all good players of spin. Getting Dinesh Karthik playing against Chennai also is a big achievement yourself. Coming back to that point now, you played 6 years. You were with the franchise with 6 years for Chennai, and then the 7th year was RCB. You got a game, just a single game, I believe, in RCB. See, the point of view which I felt so good at that particular moment was that how could a RCB team get a Chennai player for them? It's never happening. They might not take the best player, but they have a lot of ego crushes because they are like our rivals. The Tamil Nadu and the thinking tank, the way of cricket, the thinking, the full base, the fundamentals of their cricket are totally different. I was so honored at that particular. I said, Shadab में कुछ तो है कि एक बैंगलोर का franchise जो चेन्नई का franchise को player को उठाएगा, so he has something. So that itself is a great pleasure for you, don't you think so? Have you thought on this point of view? I don't think so. Even you must have thought on this.
No, look, they have their own issues, but when it comes to cricket, I feel the franchises they wanted to know what their bench strength want to be and what their team composition. So when I have done really exceptionally well for Chennai.
Whenever you got a game.
Whenever I played 50 games for Chennai, and I've got about 48 wickets for them. So in my 5 years of career with Chennai, I've really done well. Won 2 IPLs, Champions League, runners up thrice. So I think based on that performance, I got picked by RCB. And when I spoke with Chennai management about my future with them, and they told me that since the last 6th year I didn't get a game with Chennai, so I was very disappointed. After doing so well, I didn't get a chance. But then they spoke to me very frankly, and they told me if I want to move, I can move. And that's the time I spoke with Fleming and Dhoni, and they told me that right now the team balance is different here, and you might not get a chance next year as well. So if you want to move, you can move. So RCB, they were always looking for a left-arm spinner, because in Daniel Vittori, he was the coach. He had retired from playing, and he was coaching the side. So they were always looking for a left-arm spinner, and I guess with my performance with Chennai, and I've always done well with against RCB whenever I played for Chennai. I played 4-5 games, and I've always picked wickets against RCB. So I believe all that performances helped me in getting into the team. And this year, all the teams were very clever, picking their players. They went more into performance-based players, and with their off-field disciplines, attitudes,
exactly.
And everything. So all these things helped me to get into the team.
So you playing with one of the best left-arm spinners cricket has seen, Daniel Vittori from New Zealand, who could turn the game for New Zealand on his own merits, on his own abilities. You having a coach as a left-arm spinner must have, even if you play just one game, must have benefited you like tremendous in the nets.
Definitely. He's been my childhood hero. To be honest, being as a left-arm spinner, I always admired his bowling action. You can say he's got one of the best left-arm actions. So when I got picked by RCB, I was very excited that the fact that I'm going to
be with
dressing room and being with Daniel Vittori, which I know that I could learn so many things from him regarding bowling. And it was a great experience this year to be with him. Share so many things. He could advise so many things about bowling, and the fact that they are great cricketers. But it also feels good at the same time that they are such a great human beings.
Humble people.
And
we just guide you all the way through.
Yeah, I had absolutely a great time with the RCB this year.
You played cricket. You had your family backing up. Whatever you did, your parents saw you through. And you have a brother or something?
I have a younger brother.
Younger brother. And then you got married. When was the time you got married? And when you decided to get? How it means?
After IPL 3, when we won for the first time, I was dating my wife for a year actually. And then I thought maybe this is the right time for me to settle down. So I think 2010 May.
You was settled. So how is your married life? How it been to your cricket, and has benefited, or how? Of course, it must have benefited. A lot of things happening. How is married life playing in your life?
It's definitely a total different ball game from marriage, and obviously I'm very blessed to have such a good family. My wife's been very supportive for me throughout my career so far, and I have a younger daughter who is 2 years. She's been very she's brought a lot of
energy and happiness
and energy to the family. So yes, God's been very kind, and God's grace, everything going well.
So your family is going on. How is it stay when your cricket moments? This how it works. Like a wife, she's supportive, or is she interested in cricket? She follows your performances. There have been very critical wives who follow the performances. There are people who are not even aware what is cricket.
No, she's very supportive. Before she didn't know anything about cricket before meeting me. But after marriage, she's got a lot of interest in cricket.
Your parents with you also, right?
Yes, my parents stay with me as well. So yes, family has been very supportive. Mom, dad, my dad's been a big fan of cricket, since his time, and he's been watching a lot of Indian cricket and follows Indian cricket. He's got good knowledge about cricket, and guides me sometimes regarding my matches and everything. But coming back to my wife, definitely she's been very supportive. She travels with me during IPL and all, and she watches the matches, and she's getting that experience. So yes, it's been quite.
So the things have been going fine. God bless. coming to your cricketing zone again, your future plans, what you look forward to yourself to achieve, what you look forward to things to come to you, on both perspectives. You can speak, like you can tell me what you feel like should happen to you in the near future and what should come to you also.
Ambi, the big thing in my mind is obviously India cap right now. I still believe that I can still play for India, and I have that in me. I've got a few more years of cricket left with me, and if I just perform consistently and whatever opportunities I get, and hopefully with God's grace and some help from
one good season,
and some help from my own association, definitely will get me that India cap. But at the same time, I don't regret.
you have done your best
I've
before.
done my best. I don't regret. I have no regrets. It's just that people. Cricket has given me so much. People know me because of cricket now. If I wasn't a cricketer, I don't think people would have known me. So I owe everything to cricket, and definitely future plans is definitely going to be with cricket as well. I want to give it back to cricket. So something get into coaching or some management, or maybe
In the admin point of
view. So yes, but right now since I'm playing, I don't want to put a lot of ideas into my head. So since the time I'm playing, I just want to focus more on playing, because I have a few good cricket years left in me. So where I want to give my 100% and try to be a better player every time I play.
It's good ideas and good. I hope God bless you have all your dreams come true, and you are looking forward in a very positive manner. It looks to me, and of course you have a lot of cricketing, not a couple of years. If the association backs you up and understands your importance in the team and how to carry along and how to respect and carry the player along with them, they certainly can exploit you the maximum, which they should be. I believe that there is a time when you play cricket and you exploit the association, and there is a time when the association should positively exploit you. And I think that you are at that juncture where the association should understand what is Shadab Jakati. We have put around 18 years for him, 16 years. Now it's time Shadab Jakati also has to understand, to give you back, and let's try to get the best out of him, groom the youngsters along with him, prepare a team for the near future, but carry along with Shadab Jakati, get his experiences, give him the best shots again to move around in your cricketing zone, see if he can reach the India cap. You almost touched it, and you're waiting to have it on your head actually. So if depends, that's what your expectations are, association to back you up firmly. I hope it happens for good to you and your attitude of life, which many times people do misread and misconcept. We have had a lovely 40 or 50 minutes of chat where we know the Shadab by heart and how it goes on. Giving your advice to the youngsters or the future cricketers, future sports persons, future Indians, future citizens of this country and world and humans, what do you tell them?
I would only say is, love the game will love you back. Definitely, that's what I've experienced myself. And, once you start putting your honest and sincere efforts, hard work, things will fall in your place. So, my advice is, if you're playing, play it seriously and love the game. I'm very sure that the game will love you back. And just work hard.
Thanks, Shadab. Nice to have with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Andy.